Which means if we want to pull it down to about 30%, take this down to 5. 15, that would be 50% on both. 25% on each tile. That would bring us down to around about the point where the water will naturally evaporate. But you've got to be careful how you let it spread out. Therein is the problem. Because if you let it try and just spread out like this, it won't work. It won't get far enough before it evaporates properly. So I'm thinking we'll carve that off and we'll just keep the room like this instead. Okay, I think this might work. We'll let them try and we'll see. How are things going up here? Not too bad. Are we still holding in all of the logs? Yes, we probably are. It's going to be a little bit of a security risk for now, but it's not too terribly bad. We're also going to remove that designation, hope that some golems spawn eventually. And hope that it's only 1 or 2. We can handle 2. We cannot handle 3 or 4. That much is now clear to us. There we go. You need to work pretty quickly here. 25% water. There we are. That's fine. Get all of those gone. We also want to remove these ramps. There we go. Quickly, 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 before it starts evaporating. What on earth are you doing? Right, how much have we got? 14% water. A lot more over here. Right, well, we'll mine one wall further back. If someone would please come down here and mine one wall further back. There we go. Once you've pulled it below 10%, it'll deal with the rest. I think it's below 20%, it'll actually evaporate. But once you've actually got it below 10, it's practically guaranteed. And again. This has actually worked out much better than I was expecting, to be perfectly honest with you. We haven't had to do any crazy waterways from a massive lake that could easily flood the entire thing. Exactly 10%. Well, you know what? We want enough tea to be able to just buy everything the trader ever has purely with tea. Ah! Why? Why would you do this? Why? Why? In my tea gardens? You scallywag golem! Get out of it! Be gone! My lord! How rude! In my tea gardens! That's just not done! There we go. My lord, you're good at this. You've become an accomplished miner. There we are. 7% water. That will evaporate by itself now. At this point, there's nothing that's going to stop that. We could possibly push it a little bit further. Oh. The problem is that I'm just sat here thinking, well, come on. Just a little bit more tea. Just a tiny bit more. You know you want to. Just a tiny bit more tea. Hurry up and get down here before it starts evaporating. There we go. Fantastic work. I'm kind of tempted to leave that area open to the sky, just to see if that affects evaporation speed. It might do. I have a problem, I know. I can't help it. I just want to give them more tea. Merithor, Avak, you're pushing the boundaries a little. No! No, I'm not. I'm ensuring a constant and uninterrupted supply of tea. No boundaries are being pushed. This is just taking things to its logical conclusion. Oh, and cover off the hole, the dirt will dry off. Oh, you guess, that's not what we want. Is that everything? Yes. Oh wow, can you actually get there? Oh, you can. Never mind then, we don't need to dig our way through. Okay, how's everything going back here? Things are going okay by the sounds of it. Still more fighting. There is a decided lack of excavating, though. I'm not sure I approve of this. We're starting to get there, though, with the covering up. Just a tiny little bit more needed. Ah, there we go. Well done. Don't leave your pick. It's a copper pick. My lord. Some people just don't give their tools the proper respect. Really? Is this still light coming from? That's going to drive me nuts. Okay, fine. Let's mine a wall back there and then dig stairs down. There. And then place some more floors. I really should just let that evaporate at this point. It will. It just needs time. But while it's there, I could be using this time to expand our tea gardens. Oh, Calissa Fox. Avak, from what I understood of the water system, you need to go below 2% for the water to evaporate. Oh. Must just have slipped my mind that that was the amount I needed to go down to. Okay. Fantastic news, everyone! More tea! And once I've actually gotten this down to the 2% mark, then I'll go on a tea break. Oop. Unexpected saving is unexpected. There we go. What are we down to now? 4%. Oh my lord. We're never going to run out of tea. This is not a bad thing. It is a thing, though. Also, that clay needs to be replaced. Why is that floor a different colour? That's concerning me somewhat. It's as if the water hasn't properly, the dirt hasn't properly gotten wet. See, this is all wet floor. This is not. What is happening there? What can I not see? Is it still managing to get light from up here? What kind of madness would allow that? Can't even see the tiles that must be being obscured. I'm really not sure what's going on there. But it's peculiar, whatever it is. Let's continue to expand the tea gardens, though. It's not a problem unless we allow it to become one. Actually, should we just expand the tea gardens on this side? Like so? I think so. Let's not go overboard. There we are. Oh, we've hit stone. No! Come back! You haven't finished! Oh, phew. Okay, well, I am still a little bit concerned about this, honestly. Let's drive this back another 5. Now this is all of the. These are all of the tiles that I've replaced with dirt. Ooh, okay. The water is now having a hard time getting over there. Okay, that's it. That's it now. We have reached the end, and the water has dried up. Every little bit, almost. There we go. Right. Well, with that done, let's go ahead and mine out this clay while we're here. Then we'll replace the floor with dirt. Then we'll build it out until it's all the right, all the same length. I'll replace wall. Now the reason why I'm gathering the clay is because clay can be used to make ceramics. Also, I believe clay will give you... When you prospect items, you can get different types of shards of metal in them. You can prospect dirt clumps and basically turn them into slivers of metal. Now the thing is, sorry about that, I was having to hold back a cough. The thing is, if you prospect stone, you'll get higher quality metals. I'm not sure if that also counts for clay, whether you get higher quality metals out of clay than just regular soil. There we go. Now we want to start filling all of this in with dirt. Now, again, the gnomes will intelligently work out that if they were to put something there, they wouldn't be able to do this, so they won't even consider doing it until they're able to. The only thing is, if you set up 2 separate jobs, that confuses them a lot. So you want to be careful with that. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Like that. And that will give us everything. Really? Why is that dirt floor drying out? Oh, well, I guess I can always just run a path down that. I guess. We're going to want to replace floors. Let's get something going with smooth floor. Well, let's go with engraved floor. So we've got like a tile kind of effect. Marble blocks all around the circumference of this tea garden. All the way. And then down as well. Then, if need be, I'll run a path along that. Well, actually, I could do this. How about we make a little area for our gnomes to come down and just watch? Maybe have a little tea while watching all of the tea being grown. Oh, I think that's a fantastic idea myself. What a better place to spend a lazy afternoon than in a dank cave full of tea-bearing mushroom plants. Well, tea-bearing mushroom plants, tea-bearing mushrooms. Replace floor. We want this to be smooth stone. Yes, this will be delightful. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to set up agriculture, and we want underground farms. This is going to be farm number 1. Of course, it's going to be mushrooms. It's going to be priority 1. No, 2. We need names for these. Calissa Fox. Avak, I sense many gnome date nights happening in this cave. But this shall be T Prime. What happened there? This one shall be let me bring that down. You know what? I've actually forgotten the spelling of Secundus. Let me have a look at that. Here we are. Secundus. It is with a U. Then we want... Oh, I need underground farms. The Tertius. And... You know, I'm kind of feeling that we need some sort of stockpile down here. But... Let's think about this one. No, well, okay, we'll keep with the theme. So we'll have... what is the last one? Quat? I think. I must confess, I've completely forgotten. But I think that's right. We want this one on 4. There we go. Go! Begin the planting of the tea. It must be done now. Also, you know, beautifying the tea rooms. We will not be having any torches down here, because the mushrooms require a dank, dark conditions. But on that note, I'm going to allow the gnomes to continue building our tea farm while we go on a tea break. So, back in a couple of minutes. Now, whilst I was on break, Leon went on to expand on his original statement that the golems spawning was blocked by doors by saying that, and this I'd already realised, that when a gnome was going out perhaps to bring something in, it was spawning then. I don't mind if that's when they spawn, as long as there's only one of them. But, as we've seen, it just isn't happening frequently enough. So what I probably should do is bring in a spawn group in here somewhere. Foxold just subscribed. Thank you very much, Foxold. I hugely appreciate the support. We could have some golems spawning up there, maybe. That is a place where they could spawn. Generally speaking, I would rather them spawn and only have access to my training room, though. Perhaps what we should do... You know what? Let's remove the designation of this graveyard. And for the time being, we are going to build a wall. We're going to build a block wall. Marble blocks running the length, like so. We are going to deconstruct this component. Deconstruct this one there. We are then going to build smooth stone. Where are we? Smooth stone floors all along the top, like so. Is that going to be big enough? Strongly suspect that is not in fact going to be big enough. So let's deconstruct all of that. And then build the block wall out a little bit. That's running from there. And ideally I'd like it running from there, but we're not going to get that. How about I just bring it in a little more, like this. Cancel this job. There we go. This should allow me to make a little area specific for spawning golems in. And those golems will then only have access to, well, they'll have to go through my military area. This was more or less suggested by Leon, by the way. Leon suggested that I actually build it above, like a floor above the barracks with stairs down, but I would rather have it like this, honestly. Now, you need to move pretty sharpish, because currently we've got a hole straight into the fort. Not good times. There we go. Fantastic. Now we can set up the stockpile. And we just want soil in here. Super high priority too. Go! Hopefully use wheelbarrows. Sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry. I wasn't fast enough to get to the mic there. Other than the cough, I feel fairly good. For those who have asked if I'm unwell, I do have a bit of a tickly cough, but other than that, I'm more or less fine. Now, how much dirt is held in here? In total, 576 clumps. I think that is enough to spawn one golem. So, let's remove it and see. How is the tea rooms doing? Oh, it's doing well. Fantastic. Also, this was renamed to Quartus. Thank you very much for checking that up for me. Wonderful. Now, eventually, we'll replace all of these walls because it'll be a nice room. That one's going to be a pain in the bum to replace. Oh my lord, is that going to be a pain in the bum to replace? I'll have to fill in the... Oh my lord. That is going to be so hard. Oh, why have I done this to myself? Why have I done this to myself? Chat, tell me why. I just don't know. I'm not even sure how I'm going to be able to do that, actually. I mean, I genuinely don't know. Unless I make an enormous cistern down here and then drain the entire lake into it first. Which is definitely doable. That is certainly an option. Whether it's a very wise option or not, that is an entirely different matter, but it is an option. What I could do is I could make a system that can contain all of the water from the top level. Because once I've got this level accessible, I can fill the walls in there with dirt and then have access to this one myself. Yeah, that's probably what I'm going to end up doing. Because I'm fairly certain that the gnomes can't actually replace walls through a corner. Mucus Citrus. Avak, why did the teapot get in trouble? Because he was naughty. Really. Right, let's actually put this back. Put this up to priority 1 again. And we'll try this way. Come on, gnomes. I know you can do this. Let's get all of that dirt in here. Is that full? Now contains almost 1,000 dirt. That is definitely enough. Right, what's going on up here then? We've got our machine shop. We will have a bronze wrench, please. Then we will have a tinker's bench. Applewood, well, actually, we should have enough birch, honestly. Let's go with birch there as well. Leo the Dresser, I just realized the military might be too close to the spawn pit. Ah, no, really? You tell me this now, Leo? You scallywag, you. It's okay, Leo, I forgive you. Let's go for a chair. Actually, you know what? Let's have a marble chair instead. Get rid of you. Ranch chair, workbench. Yes. Go.